Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. I'm happy that you're here. I am doing a pick a pile reading to help you gain some clarity around your finances and career. Okay, so I just did a love one. It was supposed to be a pick a pile, but I was kind of getting it was like pile one, like you versus them, pile number two, pile number one. So if you want to check for love, you can go there. But if your love's in your money, here we are doing finances and career. Okay, so I have two piles here. I haven't looked at them yet. Sometimes like a different number of cards comes out for different ones, so just know that if you end up watching both. Okay, and before we dive in, I want to let you know that the different ways you can connect with me on different platforms: Instagram, my Facebook community if you're a woman, TikTok, that's new, self-paced programs, private mentoring, all the things. My mastermind will be linked down in the description box below. Okay, and I'm enjoying a cup of tea here. All right, so pile number one, let's dive in and see what your messages are. Okay, we have two aces. We have Ace of Air. That for me is always a victory card. Ace of Fire. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Four of Wands. Transformation. And easy does it. Okay. You know, I'm going to be honest. The Four of Wands was in reverse and then I put it upright, but I'm going to bring you messages on both of this, okay? So because they're telling me to read it both ways. Okay, Four of Wands is like, no, I'm dropping the card. Okay, this is like the happy home. This in a love reading is like marriage, stability, everything. But like in this, it's like being set, having what you want, right? Like that stable financial life, like having the success in your career that you want, the stability in your finances, okay? So the fact that it came out, especially with these two aces, is like, I want you to know it's a done deal. And this is something with manifestation all the time. Anyway, whatever you want, you can have. It's a done deal. It's a matter of believing in yourself and the process and working through any resistance you have towards it. So for those of you who maybe feel like it's not so stable at the moment, or not quite, you're like, I can kind of see it, but it's not happening quite the way you want, just know that you're in the middle of a beautiful transformation, okay? It says here, you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. This is Butterfly Maiden. You know, what happens with butterflies, right? They're caterpillars first, and then they go into the chrysalis, and they literally have to turn into mush and goo before they can emerge as this beautiful butterfly with their wings, who's free. And yeah, free. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, free. You want that financial freedom. You want that stability. Okay, but it is a process, and there are some things that we just can't rush in life, okay? This one says there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. You know, yeah, patience is what I'm getting is required here. Patience and staying loyal to your vision, staying loyal to your manifestation, living in the end, like Neville Goddard says, no matter what's going on around you. Sometimes, you know, and if this change, depending on what's going on with you, you know, apply this as it fits. Each of you are going to be going through something slightly different, of course, but, you know, sometimes changes happen because we choose it, because we say, hey, I want to go in this new direction. You consciously choose it. But sometimes big transformations happen because something gets turned upside down. Something that you thought was stable and reliable, kind of the rug gets ripped out from under your feet, and it can feel like, why is this happening? I wasn't prepared. What am I supposed to do? But do know that when that happens, it's typically because our intuition's been prompting us to take a route, and we were holding on to an old way of being, and our soul kind of comes in and says, hey, I'm going to lovingly tear this down so that you'll be forced to go within and recreate yourself so that you can get the freedom that you want, okay? So that's another message coming through for some of you in pile number one, okay? But do be assured that you are going through this. You're going to get your happy ending. You're going to get the success you want. Like, yeah, I'm getting big success vibes here, okay? So you're going to get it. You just need to be patient with the process, okay? Ace of Air. This is like Ace of Swords for me. This is a victory card. It says brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. Yeah, so for some of you, there may be a little bit of a challenge getting something up off the ground, but you're going to do it. I'm also seeing the wings here. So again, there's a lot about freedom coming through, okay? And then Ace of Fire, this says an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Okay, so what I'm getting, pile number one, to wrap this up for you, and let me grab a sip of my tea. I apologize, it's been getting quite a bit warmer here, and like all the pollen's out, and I'm having some allergies. What I'm getting is that there's a fine line when we're co-creating with the universe of doing our part and taking the steps we need to take to move things forward, whether that's doing the internal work or taking physical action. And then like creating space and letting it come to fruition, like letting the universe do its job, right? Like we're co-creating with spirit. We're not doing it all with our human. So it's part of this for you, I'm getting, is like finding this balance between your mind and your heart, finding your balance between your masculine and your feminine, finding your balance between what's my human's job and what's my spirit's job in this, okay? So being gentle and easy with yourself as you work through that. They're telling me really know that your success is assured and really keep your eye on the prize. You know, even if you feel like this is in reverse right now, you have the ability to go within it in your mind's eye and in your internal state, have an internal experience of I'm stable, I'm safe, I'm secure, my success is assured. It's done, it's mine. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number one. I would love to hear in the comments how this resonated. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. We would love to have you. And 6:52, we're gonna move on to pile number two. Okay. Oh my gosh, pile number two, what is going on? Well, we have 3 3s. So I'm curious to know if you're seeing 3s a lot, or like 333 a lot. We have 3 of air, 3 of earth, 3 of cups reversed, 4 of swords, and divine passion. I love this one. She's the Hawaiian goddess. I swear, if I'm gonna move anywhere other than California, it's definitely gonna be Hawaii. I've known for a while I'm gonna have a home in Hawaii. I kind of think I'll like do one here, one there. But it says here, be honest. Sorry, that has nothing to do with your reading. I'm so sorry, file number 2. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Yeah, you're not emotionally fulfilled in something, right? 3 of Cups is like a celebration card, community, like cups meaning emotions, right? So like when it's in reverse, is like you're not enjoying something. I feel like something's been a lot of work for you. It says here the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, being a team player. I think what I'm getting, pile number 2, you've put a lot of time into something, you've built something. I think at one point it was bringing you, it was fun and exciting, but I'm getting burnout vibes. I don't know why. Yeah, it's like, I'm hearing it's been a good run. Let me know if this resonates, okay? I think this 3 of Swords, this can, like if this would show up in a love reading as a heartbreak, it could be, it's just like a disappointment, maybe like, this can also be kind of, you're followed by the 4 of Swords. I think you're also like reevaluating. So there may have been something that went wrong that disappointed you. You could just be like feeling unfulfilled, and it's kind of like air is our thoughts as well. So it could be, you know, you're just like, what do I do about this? I'm feeling a little stuck. What's the next direction? Like this isn't bringing me fulfillment anymore. This is totally normal, guys. Like when you've outgrown something, or like your soul's ready to evolve, yeah, and just like go on to the next. It can be really like kind of like a mind fuck, because you're like, well, this is all I've known. I didn't plan on this, but why am I not feeling happy anymore? Okay, so this says here, great sadness, take time to heal, need to forgive yourself and others. So yeah, use your intuition, see how that fits. I think it's interesting that's then followed by the 4 of Swords upright. So the 4 of Swords is a card about taking a time out, taking a rest. Again, swords, air, thoughts. So, you know, if you're feeling like you've been really up in your head trying to figure this thing out, take a break with the thoughts, you know, be kind to your mind. Really what's going to help you here is get in touch with your passion, okay? Three of Cups reversed is like, I'm getting emotionally drained. That's also what I'm getting from here. So like, what would light you up? Like, what do you actually want? It says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? It's so funny, in the love reading I did, pile number 2, I'm so curious to know who watches both of these and like who was pile number 2 in both, because this kind of lines up with pile number 2 in love too. So like, some of you, maybe you're feeling stuck in both areas. Maybe you're stuck in career and love. Like, what do I do? What do I want? What's this next phase of my life look like? And it's not a easy energy to be in, but anytime I've gone through these, you know, there's so much goodness on the other side. So it's like, sometimes 4 of Swords can be like being okay with not knowing, right? Like, just saying, okay, I'm going to rest my mind and really get into my heart and really connect with my vision, my third eye. Those are feminine centers, right? And really get in touch with like, how do I want to feel, right? What's going to light me up? What feels good to me? Again, I'm telling you, in pile number 2, in the other one, it was about the lower chakras. And this is, again, too, the red, the orange, the yellow. So root, sacral, solar plexus. So for me, when I think of this, it's like really like how, just let me try to think of how I explain this. Sometimes I watch these back and I'm like, this probably made no sense to anyone. But when I think of lower chakras, it's like, the goodness, the juiciness, like the rooted, the like, how do I want to be in this world? How do I want to feel in my day-to-day life? Like, that's how I feel with it, right? And it's interesting that we have like the thoughts causing you struggle, because I'm pretty sure that's what was going on in pile number 2 and the other one too. So this is, again, like connecting with your inner fire, connecting with your passion, and being honest with yourself, okay? So I'm feeling like I should pull one more. Which deck? This one. I'm gonna pull one more from the Goddess Guidance. I want to know like either what you can, I just saw infinite supply. Sedna, you are supplied for all of your todays and tomorrows. Some of you, this may be a little bit of a fear of, you know, following your passions more, or, you know, maybe you're afraid to admit that you're not fully fulfilled in something because you've been staying in it just for financial reasons, right? So this is like an opportunity to get out of survival mode and step into thriving, knowing that when you follow your heart, you're fucking provided for. And sometimes, you know, we have a lot to work through on the mental plane with that. Like, I know for me, when I chose to go full-time in my business, that wasn't something I wanted. I really wanted out of my career, but I kept staying in my career because that was the only way I had known how to make money, even though I fucking hated it and I was miserable. And then that, because I wasn't leaving as much as I wanted to leave, I wasn't leaving because I didn't know how, because I was in a scarcity mindset around money, which there's no shame around that. Like, we've all been programmed with that, right? So the universe like made that job completely crumble and fall away. And I had to very quickly learn how to work through my mind. And it became obvious to me that I didn't trust in an infinite supply. So this is about like, do you see how she's feminine? Do you see how she's resting? Do you see the whale back there being free? Do you see how she's not concerned? It's like tapping into that feminine of like, I get to receive because I do, because I exist. Like, this is a whole different vibe with money, specifically when we're talking money and career, when you start stepping into your feminine energy. This is a lot of what I teach because this is a lot of what I had to learn, okay? So, you know, maybe putting to rest any fears around money, working through, so there's oftentimes a lot of reprogramming we need to do. It doesn't need to take super long. This is actually one of the ways I specialize in helping my clients that I work with, is like really looking at what thoughts and limiting beliefs do we have that are stopping us from, you know, making the kind of money we want, doing what we want, being fully supported in something that, in a way that feels really good to us. A lot of that's going to be like reworking your subconscious mind, okay? But that wasn't, I'm gonna go shuffle and I'm just like can't, because the cards are so good. So we're gonna leave it at this. Lakshmi, Lakshmi, bright future. These two are probably my favorite cards in the deck. Stop worrying, everything's going to be fine. Yeah. Oh my God, I just love this card. It makes me so happy. Okay, so yeah, some of you, I think you're knowing you need to do something that's going to be more fulfilling for you. you haven't been happy for a while, you're drained, it's not good anymore. And there may be some resistance to kind of going in a new route or changing things up. It doesn't need to be like a whole career change, but maybe you just change the way you're working, or maybe you're like raising your rates and working less, or like, you know, whatever. Can be hard for you because you've put so much into it. But just know that, like, if you're not changing, you're not growing. Like, life's always evolving and growing, and you owe it to yourself to always be checking in and seeing how you can readjust things in your life to make sure that you're feeling fulfilled. Okay, so there's like some sadness, some disappointment, maybe some overthinking, maybe some thoughts and ways of being that need to be reevaluated. I'm getting that it's going to be in regards to abundance, but like money and the way you can receive it. But what I'm getting from here is that there's so much goodness and abundance for you on the other side of it. It's really just waiting for you to choose it. So know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. That's what's coming through. Like, you deserve this. Oh, and right under when I lifted it is Vesta, home. Again, these lower chakras. Okay, pile number 2 says your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. Okay, you get to have that stability. You get to have a really juicy, fulfilled life where, like, you have all the money you need. You're doing something in a way that feels good to you. You have time for yourself. You have time for the things that are important to you. Like, you get to have it all. You really do. And I love how it says here, stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. You know, it's not going to happen just by trying to figure things out logically. It happens by really getting into our bodies, getting in touch with, what do I want? What would my ideal life look like? And then, you know, reworking whatever you need to energetically within yourself to align with it, right? Because sometimes that can be the hang up, like getting our minds behind it. But once you do, there's so much goodness here for you. All right, pile number 2. So I'd love to hear how this resonated. I'm sending you guys so much love. Thanks for being here with me. Let me know in the comments below. Did you like these readings? Did you watch the love reading? Are you just interested in money and career? Like, what do you guys want to know? I would love to know. If you're a Scorpio, you can go check out. I did a reading just for my Scorpios. Okay, so if you're not subscribed yet, we'd love to have you join. Give this a thumbs up, and I will see you soon. Bye.